Washington Governor Bob Ferguson has proposed a statewide ban on cell phones in public schools. Tonight, we talk to local school districts to see what impacts could be seen here locally. It is Street Music Week here in Spokane, and tonight we are looking into why these local bands are performing in the streets.
After a soggy start this morning, we saw that wind pick up. When will we finally get a break? Find out tonight.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. We do begin with some breaking news. Avista just moments ago confirming that large load customer they're exploring a potential deal to provide power for is in fact a data center. The potential move could reshape the region's energy landscape. According to recent filings with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the company signed a memorandum of understanding for a new large project in the Washington Services territory. So if the data center reaches its full possible energy potential, it would need nearly 30% of Avista's current total generating capacity. Now, Avista officials said they're exploring new power generation sources to support the new customer while staying reliable for people in their service areas. Now, to be approved, the project still needs federal and local permits and final approval from the Washington Utilities and Transportation Commission. So more to come on this one. We will continue to follow it. Meantime, today, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson announcing his proposal to potentially ban cell phones at all Washington public schools. Ferguson says it is one of his top priorities going into the next legislative session. If passed, that new legislation would ban cell phones in all K-12 school buildings during school hours. KREM 2's Christian Garza spoke with local school district officials who already have a cell phone ban like this one in place.
Some school districts in our area, like Central Valley, have had these cell phone ban policies in place for close to a year now. This school year was the first year this cell phone ban policy was in place for Central Valley School District. Cell phones are banned from bell to bell for both elementary and middle schools. Now they are banned for high school as well, but high schoolers are allowed to use them during their 30-minute lunch breaks. The district has also added more staff to monitor the hallways during passing periods to make sure that this policy is being enforced. Superintendent Dr. John Parker says he met with multiple advisory councils made up of parents and students. He says, surprisingly, students have asked for more restrictions because this new policy has allowed them to engage more, not just with their teachers, but with their peers as well.
When they are saying that put the phones away because what they witness as far as a lack of social interaction, of engagement with their friends, even some of their close friends, because their phones are out and they're running into people in the hallway, or they're not engaging fully in there, between each other. And when the students are giving that kind of feedback, and we had students that were in 4th grade, 7th grade, and 12th grade giving us this feedback, and that kind of widespread message based on that generation, we want to listen.
Today, Governor Ferguson just announced that this is something he plans to do. However, there is no specifics just yet about what this new statewide cell phone ban would look like. While drafting the proposal, the governor's office says he plans to travel around the state to talk with students, teachers, and other stakeholders. If adopted into law, Governor Bob Ferguson hopes to implement this new cell phone ban policy statewide by September of 2027. In Spokane, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
The Spokane Fire Department says a house fire on East Sanson Avenue was under investigation due to, quote, suspicious circumstances. It happened at around 6:30 this morning and damaged 2 homes and displaced 4 people. Firefighters say they found heavy fire at the back of one home, which then spread to the second house. No injuries were reported. SFD says the fire remains under investigation, and due to those suspicious circumstances, the Spokane Police Department is also involved in the investigation. Want to give you a traffic alert looking ahead to Thursday from 6 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. McGuire Road Railroad crossing adjacent to State Highway 53 in Hauser will be closed. BNSF Railroad Work will perform track maintenance. While this closure is not part of the ongoing construction of the Pleasant View interchange by the Idaho Department of Transportation, it will have significant impacts on traffic. Well, today, kids at the Spokane International Academy helped fill local food banks with breakfast foods. Second graders set up 3,000 boxes of cereal like a long line of dominoes and tipped them over to see that chain reaction.
At Spokane International Academy, we're always trying to show students that they can build their global competence, they can explore the world, and they can make a difference in the community that they live in every single day.
Cheerios. They're perfect for me because I like the round shape. They're almost like Fruit Loops. My favorite type of cereal, honestly, is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have two. It's Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Oats Crunch.
Well, obviously Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries.
All the cereal they use will be donated to 10 different nonprofits in the area, including the Mead Food Bank, Riverside Food Bank, Cup of Cool Water, and small pantries, just to name a few. All right, let's take a pause from the headlines to talk weather on this Tuesday evening with meteorologist Cody Proctor. Joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center. Cody, it seems a little less windy this hour compared to at 4 o'clock.
Maybe a little less. We'll see, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling it right now at this very moment. I don't know why I bothered trying to curl my hair today, because it's just becoming a mess really quickly out here. But as we take a look outside over at Lake Coeur d'Alene, you can see those conditions have been bringing mostly cloudy skies at this moment. We're at 65 degrees. The winds have actually picked up, though, over the Spokane airport. We're coming out of the west-southwest at 30 miles per hour around our region. You can see those temperatures are mostly in the 50s right now in North Spokane, heading towards central Washington, more into the 60s to low 70s at this very moment. We're still tracking some of those scattered showers that have moved through and brought some lightning throughout parts of our area. We're mostly seeing those bands of moisture just north of Coeur d'Alene and throughout parts of North Idaho right there and around Colville. So some of us are still dealing with those scattered showers. We're still seeing those gusty conditions because of this weather pattern that has moved in and brought some breezy winds. As we head into hour by hour, eventually those winds will die down for us. Later tonight should calm down. Tomorrow morning might see some possibilities for some scattered showers here and there before it dries out for us. So expecting partly sunny skies for tomorrow with highs in the mid 60s. So a little bit warmer than what we were expecting for today. Heading into your Thursday into Friday, though, looking to see the temperatures start to pick back up into those low to mid 70s, so right around our seasonal average. But if you're waiting for the 80s, there's a possibility that could return for this weekend. More on that in your full forecast.
All right, we'll talk to you then, Cody. Thank you very much. Up next, the U.S. has started launching retaliatory strikes after they say Iran shot down a U.S. military helicopter off the coast of Oman. The latest that we know coming up in just 3 minutes.